Hey guys, welcome back. John and William, we're the Southern Beer Review, and once again, we are at the District Brewing Company with the jail bars in the background, like in the last video. This is a treat. When we get to try a new Birmingham District beer for the first time, that is a big treat for us because again, this is our favorite brewery, and they have a new beer out, or a newer beer out, called the Ruffner Red, named after the Ruffner Mountains, which are close by. And I'm gonna let John tell you a little bit about the beer itself.
I'm gonna go ahead and refer to my notes actually. Said I wasn't gonna do this, but here they are. So this is a new offering from the district, and I'm excited about it. Apparently it's a red ale, but it's been influenced or inspired by like sort of a West Coast IPA. So I'm hoping it's gonna be a little bit bitter, a little bit hoppy, but it also, according to the notes here, it rounds out the flavor profile with a nice maltiness and a little bit of a honey taste. So it sounds like right up my alley.
And I love reds, and you don't see them very much, I guess.
Not as much as they used to.
Brewers don't brew the reds as much as they used to.
The nose is really honey.
It is.
It's like honeysuckle.
Very smooth. I don't get quite as much of the honey in the taste as I do through the nose.
Mm-hmm. The taste is, there's definitely a dryness, a dry bitterness to it that's really nice.
It is.
It's almost delicate.
But also,
go ahead.
Go. I was just going to say, nice notes of maltiness too.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like the slightest hint of a smoky hickory type of taste.
There's definitely a little bit of hickory, and after the second and third sip, I am starting to pick up a little bit more of the honey. I mean, it's almost like I don't know, when I was a kid, I used to be at my grandmother's, and we would go and pick off the little honeysuckle.
Yep, same.
And drink from the little honeysuckle petals or whatever. It reminds me a little bit of drinking that. It's a real delicate, almost slightly sweet, kind of nectary taste. It's great.
Does it remind you of Honeysuckle Blue by Driving a Cry?
Maybe so, yeah. Great song. This is a great beer.
It is. It's good. I followed the district on Instagram, and I saw that this was released a couple of months ago, and I was excited to try it because, like I say, you don't find many breweries that brew reds anymore. Reds seem to be a really popular type of craft beer when the craft beer scene was just starting in the late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah. John and I found some of them on our trip up east in '97, but I don't know if they're hard to.
Yeah, they kind of got lost in the shuffle with the IPA
sours,
craze, the hop craze, the sours, and now we're seeing a real return to lagers and pilsners by a lot of these breweries, and the reds still get a little lost in the shuffle. I think one reason I might like is it's a style that I really like, and I'm reminded of, like, on our very first video we talked about our favorite 3 beers, and if any of you have been following along since then, God bless you and thank you. But I mentioned the Good Night IPA by Oscar Blues, and I don't see it around much anymore, but it's an imperial red, so it's kind of got the red, but it's also got a real hoppy bitterness to it, and it's a real sticky kind of beer. And this reminds me of, like, maybe that beer's little brother. It's not quite as overpowering. It's a lot more delicate in what it does, but I'm a big fan.
I don't think I've ever had a beer where the dry hoppiness of the beer comes to the forefront as much as this, in a good way. It doesn't mean you're going to drink it and it's going to leave you parched. I just mean the dry notes
just
really,
makes you want to drink another sip.
Yeah, really comes to the forefront. I don't think I've had a beer quite like that.
Yeah, there's a little bit of just a little bit, because I don't want to give the wrong impression, a little bit of a champagne kind of quality to it. Like if you have a glass of champagne, that dry note kind of at the end, I'm sensing that here, which also brings to mind as maybe a little bit of grape flavor too that's mixed in with this.
All right, John, you want to go first and then I'll wrap it up?
I just love it. I'm going to give it a 9. No question about it. For me, it's a 9.
Yeah, same for me. It's also a 9. I promise you, for those of you that watch, if we ever come to the district and and I have a beer I don't like, I'll rate it accordingly. But that's never been the case.
Not yet, anyway.
And frankly, most breweries in Birmingham are pretty spot on too, but the district just seems to be a little bit more so. So come down, try the Ruffner Red. I think you'll be impressed. And before we sign off, we are leaving shortly on our 4-day-long Blue Ridge Parkway trip. So what we're going to do is, for every brewery that we hit on the Blue Ridge Parkway, and our other best friend's coming with us, you'll get to see him. He lives in Charlotte.
We're not a beer drinker, by the way.
Not a beer drinker. We'll see if
we don't know what happens. We're going to try to convert him during this trip.
But what we're going to do is we're just going to call this our Blue Ridge Parkway Port Series, like on the road. And we're going to bring you some highlights from Asheville. So instead of doing individual episodes like this one, we're just going to call every brewery that we hit on the Parkway part of the Parkway Series, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
For you to kind of follow, just kind of something fun to do, kind of like we did the Magic City Brewery Trail.
And we're super excited about it. You're probably watching this on Monday, and we're going to be leaving in 2 days.
Yep.
On Wednesday, so we hope we'll bring you another video by Wednesday night from up in that area. We're really kind of playing it by ear. We don't have anything definite picked out. We're hoping to make some discoveries along the way, and honestly, we're hoping it's good for the channel. I mean, we want to say thank you to the people who have subscribed already, and if you're watching and you haven't clicked that subscribe button yet, this is a great time to do it. We're going to be coming a lot more content coming your way.
One more thing we could use your help with too. If you can think of any way for us to market this, like get the word out, we've posted the links on Facebook and things like that, but if you can think of any other ways for us to make this available to a wider audience, just put it in the comments. But then also, if you're from Birmingham or close by, get down to the district. If you've never been, and you're a beer drinker, it'll make your day for sure.
Absolutely. You guys take care, and we'll see you for the
See you
Blue
on the
Ridge
Parkway.
Parkway.
See you.